Hi guys, and welcome back to another Conquest texture pack update video. So we're now on 9.3, so Monster has added tons, and tons and tons, and tons and tons and tons. So the first thing that we got is basically a dark version of the cobblestone. It's like a really big, hard, dark brick, and that is actually, I'll actually grab the good old stick to show you guys. This is 4:6, so you can actually grab that one. So it's just a cobblestone one. You can see how different it is from the normal one if we go back to... Look at that one there. So you can see it's completely different, but it's kind of like the same. But it tiles really, really nicely, and also it looks always like there's like an edge piece around it, which I love. Now, what Monster's actually added as well, we've got 57:1, which is a new version of the diamond block. And you can see this one actually connects together. So it's got some CTM on there. It looks really cool. So you can use that for really big mirrors. Just awesome. The next one we've got is 122:7, and that is a dragon egg. So if we actually drop this down, now the way that you actually change the directions on this one, what you have to do is just switch with biomes. There we go, so let's switch it over to that one. So you can actually just use your biomes to switch that around and move that around, but that one is 122:7. I've also got 122:8, which will give you a really cool lantern, so of course you can use this in about a million different ways, but I haven't actually tried this one out, but I'm guessing it would look really cool on the end of like a cobblestone wall. Grab that, put that down there, and actually change this over to something like wood maybe, and that might look kind of cool. Well, it looks kind of cool. It's either that or you have it, you know, using fence on the top or rope or something that actually connects in, have it hanging maybe, because it fits in perfectly with that bit. So, you know, there's loads of different things that you can actually do with that one. The next ones are a little bit weird. They are a little bit weird. We've got a noose metadata, which is 102:8. Hang on, I've got the data on the side. So with this one, what you have to do is kind of, well, not hit it like that, but you could use invisible glass. So if I just do I20:6, which will just give me the invisible glass, and actually won't give me invisible glass, just give me glass because it doesn't like it that way. But if we just go through to this, there we go. You'll see what you can do is you can kind of make it look correct, you know, like that. So it's pretty cool. It's unique. You know, we've seen loads of them. So I've just got it here in a horrible state. What we also have, if I just clear all this down, good God, is we've got 102:9, which is this kind of rigging style glass pane, which is quite nice, I think. So, you know, if you were going across from here, you could then go down, and it is going to be tricky to actually work with. The good thing that you can use this for, even if you don't do ships and things, now, it does have this side texture. I don't think there's anything Monster can do probably about it. Probably, I'm not really too sure. But it's just going to be one of those. Now, that looks cool, for example. So you can now do like really cool stuff where I'm guessing we're like tying off things, couldn't we? So if we're tying off onto there or making other stuff. So it's kind of really interesting. There is also, for people that don't know, a glass version, basically, already in, which is... I think it's, there we go, 20:9, which will give you the vertical way, and we've also got 10, which will give you the horizontals. So then with the horizontal ones, and by horizontal I mean that, right, it's just horizontal. So there is that as well, so there's a couple of different options with those for rigging, but it's probably the most difficult that Monster could have chosen. So we've got a couple of those, which is quite cool. Now the next one we've got is something that I think probably Ducon asked for this one. This is just a cage, so this is just the iron bars before. And when making like small areas for birds and things like that, using this, you know, you'd have to use it this way, and it'd be like, you know, using a 3x3. But instead now, Monster's actually added that in as a block, which is really cool. I mean, that is just really cool. It's just also a nice thicker version as well if you wanted to, you know, connect on with these. So, you know, you can now do some stuff there. We've also got a painted window pane. So this painted window pane is 20:12, so that's quite nice, and it just, you know, loses its paint after a while, which is really, really cool. And that has also got 102:10 as well, so you got 120:12 and 102:10. Next one we've got is another piece of glass, which is this time, I'll just grab this, oh, there we go, 20:13. So this one is similar to what I've done in LD Modern with the ship windows. Basically what Monster's done is he's made these cool slits that we can use. So these will work really nicely. If you put them next to each other, it's going to look weird. So if you're going to do something like that, excuse me guys, there we go, if you do something like that, make sure you just like cover it up like this, and it'll look fine from the outside anyway. So you get some like really cool windows, but really pretty cool, I think. You know, it's nice to have stuff like this to work with. The single one is really tiny, so I don't even know if we can, I guess we can use that somewhere, can't we? Yeah, that still works actually, doesn't it? Yeah, so that's still cool. So yeah, really, really cool. Nice little addition there. Another one I think that's been asked loads, because people love these. People love the chest of drawer version. So there's a couple variants, I don't know if you guys knew this anyway, but of the crafting table, if I knock this down to the normal one, there's your normal crafting table. A lot of the time what people were actually doing, grab that, is we're trying to get this one. We're trying to get that meta because, or not that meta, but that variant, because people sometimes don't like that, and maybe it's a house, and you know, you can see all these ones, but then that one's actually the perfect one. So what Monster's actually done is he's added in a couple. You can actually also, if you didn't know, you know, keep on going through these, so you do get a couple of variations on them anyway, which connect across the side. The top doesn't, but you know, yeah. So we got that, and that's actually where is it? 58:3. So there we go. We got those, and there's a load of variants as usual. So we've got like these little glass cabinet type things which look awesome. Some chest of drawers, like these type of chest of drawers. So it's all really different. But at the same time, just really, really cool. I don't want to knock that out. So the next one we've got is 89:4, which, if you guys didn't know, there is a green screen texture within Conquest. It's actually in the Emerald block. So if you actually go through the Emerald block, then it gets to this one. It's 133:4. That'll give you like a green screen texture. What Monster's done is he's added in that same texture for glowstone, so that it doesn't make any shadows on the green screen, and it should generally be better. Next one. The snow, when we've got these diagonal blocks, which usually look like this, if you now stack them, you'll get it going diagonal, and then you'll get this kind of like tiling here, which looks really cool. So it's going to add a lot of variation in, and allow us to do a lot more with like these longer pieces, especially. So, you know, you can put them side by side, of course, like that. So those are going to be cool, and we've also got that in the end stone as well. Exactly the same if you are messing around with those diagonal ones. Now for the brick, it's a little bit different. With the brick ones, what you'd have to do, if we go through, there we go. If we go to, like, for example, onto these ones, if we put this one on top of, I don't want to do that, but that one on top of that one, you'll notice it doesn't actually do it. But if we find our way through to this side, not that side, the next one, there we go. So he's added in a couple extra metas, so we've got more control over the brick due to the space that we've got. Next one. Okay, mossy stone. So the actual cobblestone wall that we used to have for mossy, basically the mossy version, what Monster's actually done is he's actually taken that out, he's put in the brick ones, and this will work for the metas as well. So the different versions we've got of actual brick, we'll actually have that now. So these are just biome dependent. Next one we got is a biome dependent fence gate. So this one is in like cold tiger to get a white one, and of course birch forest for like an Asian one, which looks awesome. Now, as the kind of firefly meta, what we've got now is a biome dependent version. So biome, for example, sky biome, that'll give you a nice little lantern. I think that looks pretty cool. It's just pretty unique, I think, and it has a little hook on it as well. So if you're playing around with, now I haven't tried this, but I know that Monster would have done something awesome. There you go, like that. So the chain looks like it actually connects in. I think it's just brilliant overall. So there we go, we've got that one. We've also got biome dependent versions of these, like basically the old, well not the old, but that was not copying over, is it? There we go. Weird bit of lag. So there we go. These ones. And if I actually update that, there we go. It's taking a little while. I might be downloading something. But what we've got here, right? Simple little cloves. Now, if you actually use the biomes, and I'll just find out which biome I used over here. Go Frozen Ocean, for example. You'll get these little flags, and they've also animated as well. So that's really, really cool. And then the last one that we have is a couple of variations within this kind of text that we've got. Like that one there. That's really cool. I didn't realise. So they're all really different now. So we've got like some really cool like shelf textures. Haha. So that's really cool. So we've got a couple of variations in that. So that's awesome. Now there is a couple extra bits that have been added. Monster has actually added in a Siamese cat texture, a new ocelot texture, also a long buried skeletal horse texture. So he's also added in that one. The other stuff that he's done, he's changed the snow layers to add a yellow grass biome with snow instead of sand for Mac makers, basically. And yeah, he's also fixed a couple 3D models in the 1.8 version of the pack, and he's done some stuff on the Conquest of the Sun shader pack. So quite a lot of stuff, but as always, the link will be in the description. Feel free to download it, have a play with it, and yeah, I will see you guys on the next one.